Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner off of two winners.
Yeah, two winners last night.
Two winners. Hey, listen, 3-1 overall, 2016. That's a great record, right?
It's a good way to start. It's a good
Not
way
bad.
to start, but I'm not going to get too high or too low.
Not
But
gonna
yeah,
get too high or too low.
like both of them, I actually thought Sacramento was going to win it outright. They were up by 7 with 1:20 left in the second overtime and ended up losing that thing. But covered easily with the points.
Absolutely. All right.
Golden State, they just do what they do. Remember when you were talking about, Pete, how they're kind of like the Spurs? They remind you of that consistency. And Steph Curry's back. Obviously, he's not too injured. This team.
Listen, we got a ton of games tonight. What was it? 11 games on the card. Do you think you got some more winners for us tonight?
I think I do. And first and foremost, a good friend of mine and one of my bosses here, him and his wife just delivered their first baby. So I want to put some congratulations out there for little Bella, who's in the world with us. And I just had to throw that out there.
Absolutely. Okay. So we got 11 games here. I looked over the card. There's some things I'm thinking about. The Clippers and Portland, that's interesting, right? Clippers they've covered 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And Portland's been going over. The Clippers have had some big offensive days recently. So I'm leaning towards the over there. I didn't bet it. I have no picks for today.
Oh, no, I'm not going to buy that. Look, you're 0-0 since we started this accountability.
Right.
I'm 3-1. You got to put one out there.
I'll flip a coin if you want.
No, we're not doing that. I'm not even going that route.
Well,
I'll let you get off on this one today. I'll give you a mulligan.
But I don't necessarily have an edge in the NBA on that. Once in a while, I do have an overnight
I've seen
edge.
you go on some runs, Pete.
Yeah,
you got to start disclosing that stuff for real.
No, I always disclose. I don't necessarily have an edge on the end. Once in a while on a pregame line, on an overnight line I do. Then a bunch of times on the right before tip-off I feel like I do. And then some second
And I'm not putting pressure on you. I just
yeah.
want to let you know you were the one that prompted the question of accountability. And I said yes. You didn't think I was serious, and I am.
I do think you're serious.
But I've got 2 tonight, though, that I will love to throw out there.
All right. Okay. So we got could be on OKC, right? They are 6.5, although they've lost 5 out of their last 6. Memphis has been doing decently ATS recently. OKC obviously having some issues. That line's gotten bet up though.
Yeah, Durant's not even going to be playing tonight. So
then we also got San Antonio. Again, a big favorite.
That's a big line.
And they are just rolling 15-5 against the spread. Talk about accountability.
Yeah.
15-5 against spread at home for San Antonio. They've covered 3 in a row. Utah's also covered 3 in a row, though. And then once again, we've got the Cavs as another big road favorite. Always a very treacherous situation. Sometimes it's tempting, but my sense is that more often than not, better to go against them. And then we have the Knicks playing well, coming off of a back-to-back. A lot of games, 11 games. Mike Brenner, what do you like here?
Well, I like 2 games, and that accountability you were talking about. And I don't have a play on the Spurs, but the way you spell accountability in San Antonio is Popovich. Guy's unbelievable. My 2 plays are I like Cleveland. All right, they've hurt me on some halves. But I did some research on this, and I just think Washington's a little more banged up than they want to be. Cleveland right now is really picking it up, and I think tonight is the night Kyrie Irving goes off for 35 points, really takes command of the floor again, and LeBron James and Kevin Love will be the beneficiaries of that. So was that line 6.5 or?
It's 6.5 or 7. So
7. I'm going to take it at 6.5. I want the full game with Cleveland. I think they cover this thing in Washington tonight, who again, without Bradley Beal, it changes the whole structure of that team, and John Wall just can't do it all himself. Gortat went down really hard in the third last game. He got back up, but still, I'm a little worried about that. So as far as his health, not worried as far as my pick. That just ensures my pick. I love Cleveland. Full game.
Cavs have covered 2 in a row.
Yes.
So, they tend to be a team that's overvalued, but maybe right now, as you said, might be a good time to go on them. Minus 6.5, first pick. Can't say I necessarily disagree with it. Always makes me nervous in general to take the Cavs as a big road favorite. All right, what's your second game, Mike?
My second pick, I like the Clippers on the first half on the road because, now they've shown some consistency, and who knows why. They're doing it without Blake Griffin. I can't figure that out. But I'm going to maybe jump on that trend for a minute. I think they have some confidence. J.J. Redick is on fire from the perimeter.
Right.
And as Chris Paul literally verbally said, verbatim, he said, we are all finding comfortability in having opportunities to score more points. And that's exact words. And that's what he said. So obviously they feel a little loose. This might have been the best thing that happened to them. And I don't think it's going to hurt them when Griffin comes back, which will be any day. I just think it's going to help that team. So I'm jumping aboard tonight, first half. I caught it at at -2 earlier.
Okay.
It might be at 2.5 right now. I don't know, but I love that spot.
The full game line is -4. Why not you take the full game line?
Not because I don't want to. I think for
you
some.
don't want to, yeah.
No, I like
Let's
that
hear it.
half. I like that half because they're coming off that big win, and I just think all of them are going to show in this game early. Look, we got something going here, so I like it early. Even if they cover the full game, doesn't matter. I'm going to bank my money early.
They've covered 5 in a row. Right now the line is -4 on the full game. I'm sure -2 is available.
Yep.
Mike Brenner, listen, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, if I have a bet.
Let's have a pick tomorrow. Matter of fact, I think we ought to put it out there that you need to have a pick
no,
tomorrow.
I can't do that. That's not
Okay.
how I work. I can't.
I know.
If I don't have an edge, I don't bet it. And if I don't have an edge, I'm not going to come out and say that I do have an edge. You know what I'm saying?
I got to only respect that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm hoping maybe something will happen. You'll find that edge, so at least we can make these numbers. I mean, these numbers got to change over here.
I'll tell you one thing. In the sports betting world, there's a lot of people who say that they have edges, and they really don't. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. It's like the word lock, your favorite word.
Well, I'm
lock.
just saying.
What's a lock?
A lot of people who say they have edges and they really don't. I'm not one of those people. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But all right, so that's our show for today. Mike Brenner, 3-1 so far in 2016. 2 picks for tonight. Maybe you'll be 5-1 tomorrow. Wouldn't that be something? Thanks so much, Mike.
All right, thank you, Pete.